Hi, I am Jennifer Merida. I'm a financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst with the Tranel Financial Group. I am coming at this today from a different angle. As we go through life and have events that can be happy or can be sad, or we're professionals working with clients that are going through different emotional events, I just wanted to come and talk about just how to handle and tips. I am by no means any expert on this whatsoever, but just working with clients over the last 20 years and also myself going through a lot of ups and downs. I did go through a divorce here about 7 years ago. And then also I lost my daughter here last year in December. And it really is, we all have to move forward, and just having that help of reminders of how we can really be productive and help our mindset, because all we can control, as I've learned, is our mindset and how we handle the situation and our thoughts and our emotions. Like we can control that if we use a couple tips here. So bear with me. Like I said, I'm no expert, but I know this has helped me and helped my clients as well. And a couple of the emotions you can go through are, depression, which is, something that you need to know if you're sad or if you're going through depression, anxiety, the unknowing, the loss of control, happiness, and that can come in and out at times, shame, and loss or pain and uncertainty. So all those things can really, and you're trying to make these important decisions that everybody's asking you about, especially when you're going through a divorce. And you have to make decisions that will impact you after the divorce is final, and maybe the emotions have calmed down a little bit, but you're living with the decisions that were made in an emotional state. So really, we want to look at allowing yourself to have those feelings, really understand, grieve that loss of what you thought was going to be and what you thought your life was going to be like, or the companionship of that person, or the financial stability. So different things there, but sit with it, grieve, understand that, and then kind of start writing or thinking about what your future will look like will help quite a bit. If you dwell too much on what could have been or the lost piece of it, you can really go down a tunnel that's hard to get out of. And like I said, decisions need to be made during this time. So we want to make sure that, yes, we can feel that, but how are we making sound decisions? And having a good support system is great, but knowing that, don't rely on what's important to others, what others to validate you. Take that validation from yourself, have a plan, and then just have good, positive people around you to help you move forward with that plan. So a couple of tips. Things will happen during a divorce, like you may get a text or somebody might say something that is threatening, or that, they're sure is going to happen. You're not going to get any child support. And really see what the truth is, understand what the truth is, and don't react right away. A lot of times they'll say, sleep on it, react in the morning. We'll talk about sleep in a minute. But that's a really good idea of just saying, okay, well, we're going to let the professionals handle this. So without reacting, because that, when it kind of gets escalated, sometimes things can be said or wrote that you can't take back and you didn't mean, because you were really emotional. Because, if you're getting a divorce, sometimes that other person knows about you and how to trigger. So that is the one thing that they will push, especially if that's their control. So really just don't react, stick to the facts, take a deep breath, breathe. It calms all of your emotions down, and go for a walk. That's a huge one, being out in nature. And really just ask for understanding too. Be like, oh, what did you mean by that? Or how did, ask questions for more understanding. A lot of times in the technology world, when we write something down, we take it, we interpret it different. Maybe it's just picking up the phone and talking. And if it's not productive there, and saying, okay, well, this isn't productive, I'm going to let the professionals handle this and get some advice before we talk about, what you just said. And so those are a couple tips just really to handle a situation when it's happening. And how does another thing that's really good to have or look for is a positive group, that support system, to talk with as well. So if there's there's lots of online groups, just make sure it's a positive one. Church groups, there's a great divorce church groups out there that will help. And, do some research, but make sure you're in the right one with great people. So that will help also when somebody's going through what you're going through. And how does a CDFA help in this? So I say, how do we turn this around full circle? But really, when you think about when you're going something nervous or uneasy or down a road that you're not sure of, and divorce is like that, but having having your goals, financials are a huge stress for people. So I think the more professionals you have in this, with your family law attorney or mediator, financial advisor, CDFA, all these people that can help really guide a plan and give you the facts, not emotions, but facts, but be there to listen to you and just reassure the truth. And it's just having another person on your team to say, yeah, we're going in the right direction. Divorce can feel lonely and a lot of things can happen, but if you have a team of people that are in your corner going the right direction to help you succeed financially, that is so important, and a certified divorce financial analyst is part of that team. And then, we also got great connections and referrals to counselors or coaches, just depending on the situation you're in. And that's really important to have that support system as well. So I hope this helped give a couple tips just on how to handle the ups and downs of divorce. I've been there. It is emotional. And I look forward to talking with you, and call us if you have any questions. Our number is 847-680-9050. Again, this is Jennifer Merida, Tranel Financial Group.